Oh yeah, it's time, baby. 1 second. Today's topic, racism. I don't like racism. I think that's a lukewarm take. Why would you hate? Why would you choose to hate? Why would you choose to hate a group of people based on the way they all act? Shoutouts to Anthony Jeselnik. I'm just copying his joke. Whoa. Go look and he has a better delivery. But today's topic is Nicholas Light a racist piece of shit? I don't know where this is coming from. Because up until now, I thought that he just wanted the animators dead. Bro assassinated Shinpei Nagai apparently from Twitter. Now he is killing the animators according to some people. And new news has hit that apparently bro is racist. And I have, obviously, everything we do, we go in with our good faith, right? I'm going to do the due diligence to figure out what people are mad about. This is a video from Hi CHD and the OG Daffy. This is a crazy name. Wait a minute. Is this one channel or two channels? Can two people make a... What? What the hell? Anyways, apparently two channels came together and made a video. It's a collab thing. That's a new feature I didn't realize. That's actually really cool. Holy shit. Anyways, apparently they made a video and Nick is in the comments saying racial jokes or whatever. And there's another part where it has to do with this video too. Apparently Nicholas Light has gone mask off and said he is racist in the video itself. You know what? What should we do first? Do you guys want to watch the Nicholas Light video first, or do you want to read the YouTube comment section first? I feel like we got to watch the Nicholas Light video first though, right? I feel like in honor of the man that we are farming off of, he is playing the heel. He is playing the heel for this whole wrestling charades that we're doing right now. So at the very least, let's listen to what Nicholas has to say in this section. Apparently, this is the part where obviously he is farming his biggest haters on Twitter. And I'm not going to lie, it's looking bad for him online. There's another video we're going to make. It's going to be called Nicholas Light versus 16-year-old girl. Apparently the roasts in these videos are so lacking of any like... I don't know, roast. That like he's getting cooked on Twitter. I don't know. We'll look into that tomorrow. But today, let's look at the racist remarks. Let's look at this part.
Nicholas Light is a racist conservative grifter who idolizes the likes of Tecto, Nux, and Asmongold.
I think he does idolize the like of Tectone, Nux, and Asmongold though. I like Asmongold. I enjoy Bully's content. I don't know Nux Taku. Racist conservative grifter. Okay, so when you hear these words, you immediately think about buzzwords, right? These are things that the left will tell the right about, saying you're a transphobe, you're a misogynist, you're a racist, you know, you're a grifter, blah, blah, blah. I think grifting is politically, you know, just asexual. Like there's no spectrum. You can be a grifter for anything. But remember, what is a grifter? A grifter is somebody that says stuff that they don't actually mean, because they know that an audience is there that believes in it and they profit off of it. Disingenuous bad faith actors spewing talking points they don't actually believe in order to profit off of an audience that don't even support them. That's it, right? When we look at the One Punch Man situation, again, considering all the different facts and evidence coming out from industry experts highlighting why it's not the animator's fault that any talent would have been fucked on this, and for you to ignore that consistently and double down, and based on the pattern of behavior of you getting in similar situations throughout multiple years, I think that it's most likely that you are a grifter though. Because if you're not a grifter, that means that you're actually retarded. And that's the really sad part. Every single time we're covering Nicholas Light videos, it's literally a guessing game of, is he pretending to be retarded or is he actually retarded? Let's continue.
Fuck him. This may get me in trouble, but I don't give a fuck. I love all three of these men. I consider two of them very good friends of mine.
Okay.
You know, friends? I know you don't know what that means. Maybe you should go watch my video where I talk about not having any friends. Hopefully. I know you don't know what that means. Maybe you should go watch my video where I talk about not having any friends. Hopefully that could help you. I am racist.
Okay, before we go to that part. How does him making a video about how he's 25 years old and he has no friends living with social anxiety prove this guy wrong? Because you're basically telling me that the type of person you are, you were so unlikable, you have no friends at all throughout your childhood. And the more I think about it, I'm not really surprised. I didn't watch the context of this video. Maybe bro is Shizuka, bro. Maybe bro is Shizuka from Takopi's Original Sin, and he's like an innocent person. Well, actually, later on in the anime, no spoilers. But like maybe he genuinely is a victim of school bullying, like some Junpei shit from Jujutsu Kaisen. Unfortunate circumstances, got bullied. Or do you think that like he has simply been a bad person by the way that he acts, whether it's true or not, as you've seen in his content, the way that the drama is escalating? Would you want to be around a person like that? Like, you think this is an own, but like you're giving further context of like why you had no friends until you were 25, why you have social anxiety, why you are this person who's going out when you're so successful, will have monetary gains. Like, you don't need to do this shit, but you still go into the trenches and get in drama for the sake of attention. And when I think about all these different facts and evidences lined up, it points a picture of the type of person you are and why you had no friends growing up. Again, it sounds really mean. Well, what he's doing is really mean too. And at the end of the day, you can't handle the heat. Get the fuck out of the kitchen, right? It's getting pretty parasocial right now, but just logically thinking about this, no emotions attached. Yeah. I think that you haven't changed, and like this is the type of person you always were. And it makes sense why you had no friends.
Very good friends of mine. You know, friends. I know you don't know what that means. Maybe you should go watch my video where I talk about not having any friends.
I don't understand that logic of how this like proves that like, oh, look at me, I had no friends growing up. And now I have friends and you don't understand. I owned you because I had no friends in the past. This logic makes zero fucking sense. If anything, it further supports the notion that like the act that you're putting on, again, which I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt that you're just playing a villain role, is something that you've been doing in the past too. And that's why you had nobody. I think that's what seems likely here.
Friends. Hopefully that could help you. I am racist. Yes. I won't say what race. Conservative. Yes, I am. A grifter. It doesn't matter if I say I'm not. People are going to believe I am.
That part is true. Again, the intention doesn't matter. People will spew up narratives of what you are, but these narratives are based on your actions. No one will ever know. So at the end of the day, if you want to keep playing off of that, be my guest, but it's not gonna be good for you. Your core community will support you no matter what you do, but the more that you do this and try to go mainstream, when you actually do break out mainstream and more public sees your behaviors that they could never agree with, you're just going to be made hate threads on LSF, and we're going to be farming you there too. That's the thing about Nicholas Light and the path that trajectory he's down on right now. Because the more he doubles down on these behaviors, the more he's going to grow through negative outrage. There's going to be a different type of community that's going to be forming around him. And he's basically going to be that type of like Johnny Somali, Jack Doherty, Logan Paul crowd where, yeah, you're big. Numbers are everything though. And you're attracting a lot of shitty people. And again, you go mainstream public, you're not going to get roasted by random people on Twitter off of fucking 16-year-old girls' tweets. You will be exposed by like big YouTuber Moist Critical making videos about you. Maybe that's what you want though. Maybe that's his overall goal. And the more I think about it, maybe that is his goal.
I guess I'm Nicholas Racist Conservative Grifter TV now. Nicholas Light is a talentless job. Yes, I am a grifter.
Okay, so this is the part. Okay, so listen to the statement where he says he's a racist. Hold up.
Maybe you should go watch my video where I talk about not having any friends. Hopefully that could help you. I am racist. Yes. I won't say what race. Conservative. Yes, I am.
What does that mean? I am racist, but I won't say what race. What does that mean in the context of this tweet with Drybones 2015? He has King Cruel on the profile picture. That's inverted filter. He says he's racist, but I won't say which race. Like, what does that even mean? Does that mean like you won't say which race you hate? And then there's a comment here. When I said I'm racist, why are people automatically thinking it's against black people? It's against furries, y'all. I thought this is obvious. Furries is not a race. A furry is a fucking sexual fetish that any race could participate in. What do you... Not a sex... It doesn't have to be a sexual fetish, but there's a lot of that crowd. Like, what does this mean? So again, I'm asking, are you pretending to be retarded, or are you actually retarded? In which context are furries even brought in? Like, if this person was an actual furry, maybe Drybones 2015 is an actual furry, right? And this is a context that is missing in this video that maybe he saw in his profile. I don't want to click on the profile right now. You guys go check. But like, this joke, what? Like, I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand the point of the comment he made, as well as what he said here. Yes, I'm racist, but I won't mention what race that I hate, I guess. And then he deflects to furries, which is not even a race. That's just a group of people that engage in weird, freaky behavior. Go ahead, you do that thing. What? What? But then there's an extension, right? There is then an extension off of this, which goes on to the creator here, right? So, Daffy. Before we do that, I just want to play this 1 second just for me. Someone clipped this. I mean, it's already been clipped, but someone clipped this at this part. It plays at 7. I'm basically, I think it's going to be a good reply, basically, if I clip this part.
Thank you, 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 thank you.
Like, I think that should be like a custom reaction, like reply that I might just put on when we're farming drama, or like maybe on Twitch OBS I can have a setting such that it plays when someone donates. But like, again, that disturbs the reaction content for anime and ruins the immersion, so I don't know. But like, anyways, let's get back to this. So after we covered his video where he claims he's not a racist, he hates furries, he's racist towards furries, sure, okay, we have Daffy, the real OG Daffy, who is again part of this video, right? The OG Daffy and High CHD are other creators who are aware of One Punch Man season drama, and they're debunking Nicholas Sight video, right? So you guys go there and watch it if you want. We're not here to react to this video. We're here to react to the comments made by Nicholas Sight on this video, as well as the statements from Daffy. So Nicholas Sight is a very funny dude. Me and High CHD, the other guy collabing, made a video breaking down his shifty takes with this whole One Punch Man drama. I think that they're also black, right? I think the reason why Nicholas Light is being harassed by saying people like you hate black people is because these creators are black, and he made like a racial joke in the comments section. And instead of coming from any legit point, bro went straight to race jokes. Lol. Fuck off, ho, with that lame ass shit. This is my last time talking about him or One Punch Man. Ooh. And let's read some of the screenshots. Obviously, we'll go to the source of the comments later on, right? This is the video, and these are the... As a fellow black man, I can't believe you guys made this video. You set us back hundreds of years. Personally, off of this one comment, I don't think it's racist. Obviously, it's kind of bad taste, but he's kind of doing, oh, you know, if people can assume whatever gender they want, then I'm gonna be an attack helicopter. No, you know what? I am a trans black person, and as a black person, you are setting us back. It's a racial joke, for sure. I don't think this has any hostility and animosity towards black people specifically, hating on their race, but maybe there's more context. I don't know. Let's sort this by likes. Failure of a YouTuber, failure of an OnlyFans model, failure of a grifter, grown-ass man. Again, you can't really say failure of an OnlyFans model YouTuber because, again, like, if we measure success in terms of, I guess, engagement and money, he did definitely dominate. I think a better way to structure your arguments, again, you can't die on a hill that is factually wrong. You want to condemn Nicholas Light, it's really simple. Just say that after you've got all the success from all that, you still choose to argue, you know, with random people online because you just want attention. Like, it's not even about the money at that point, right? That's a much better angle to go in rather than say objective, just false lie statements. He's a right-wing grifter too now. As soon as he started that pronouns and bow shit, I already knew what time it was. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen his political commentary. It's crazy too because he watches anime and then just goes entirely against what he watches. Does he realize his beloved JJK has queer characters and is about how conversation sucks? Sorry, and it's about how conservatism sucks. I don't know if that's the case. If it's like he just doesn't register what he watches, I hate people like that mindlessly consuming. Well, Nicholas Light, again, at the end of the day, isn't here to understand a story. He's here to simply put on a performance and scream and be loud for a young and impressionable audience for a big fandom, and that's how he gets the views. It's really simple if you think about it. Anything else? As a fellow black man, bro think he part of the team. Wonder how he's gonna pretend he isn't racist. His old claims was, I had black friends and they said the N-word all the time. One of these days he'll be canceled for being a fucking racist. One of these days I think that he's gonna be more comfortable and the mask will slip off. I think he's kind of like Light Yagami at the end of Death Note, where he's pre-coming too fast, you know? You know how like Light is like snickering and basically like already like teabagging and emoting when he hasn't won just yet? That's kind of like Nick. I feel the snickering. The mask is falling off. Like I want him to just go mask off and just fucking say it, but it's not just that yet, right? Anything else? Oh, so bad. But who even are you? I love these comments. I love these comments, bro. Random account Neterio with 22 followers, 25 following, and says fuck JC stuff. Role playing as a soul leveling fan. Saying who are you? It's the funniest thing. These and the best part about this account again is that it's literally made just to hate One Punch Man and nothing else. Join September 2025. This is a Bad Faith Actor Ragebait account where all they do is spam negative statements about One Punch Man, but they can't even get engagement. 22 followers. That's all you've done. And you post every fucking day. 950 fucking posts. And you have this. And then you have the audacity to say, who are you? The better question is, who the fuck are you? Oh, I know who you are. You're a loser child wasting your time getting farmed by other creators. You act like you're tough, but you're just another retard pretending to have clout when you have nothing going on for yourself. Oh, thanks for asking, friend. I go by Daffy and I have a channel on YouTube called the OG Daffy where I discuss anime and manga analysis, have breakdowns. Been streaming more recently since I moved, so make sure you check out my next stream. Daffy is honestly way much of a better person than I am. Because you know me, right? What would I say off of this? I would psychoanalyze why you are a loser, pathetic child with no friends, no hope, no family, nothing. And then you engage into this shit where I make fun of you and laugh at you. You're pathetic, you're depressed, you're lonely. You can't even get clout off of rage baiting. And then you have the audacity to come here unaware of the insignificant speck you are, right? And here it is. Here's the attention your parents and friends never gave you. I hope you're happy about this, and I hope you come back, because I don't want people like this to go away, by the way. I think that, and by the way, I don't want Nicholas Light to go away either, by the way. Because remember, I'm a leech off of a leech. I'm a parasite off of a parasite. I need these guys. I need more retards to basically crash out. And then for me to commentate and give coverage. This is my paycheck. And it's the best thing that's happened to me. I love these idiots. I revel in it. I don't want you to go away. I want you to stick around. I need to eat off of you more, bro. Is there anything else? That's fucking racist, man. Okay, off of these tweets, it's inconclusive. These comments is a racial comment, but I don't think so, right? So let's go to the actual, here's some other stuff too. GG's lol. I know this anime season is a bit dry, but resorting to farming Twitter drama for your videos and some crazy work. And these are more comments, obviously, that we're going to read in a bit. Let me go to the actual comment maybe. I know that these are other tweets, but we actually have the YouTube video here. So if you look at the video here, right, let's read the comments. So, as a fellow black man, I can't believe you guys made this video. You set us back hundreds of years. Type 1 if you think this comment is racist. Type 2 if not. Well, not that. It's just like, off of this joke, would you think Nicholas Light is racist? Type 1 if you do. What do you guys think? A lot of mixed comments in here, right? I think a lot of the people spamming one definitely has a bias against Nicholas Light, so you're obviously going to be that. I think it's not racist, to be honest. I think that, again, there can be racial comments made. I think a lot of people forget what racism even means because it's kind of like spammed a lot, like, oh, you're a Nazi, oh, you're a pedophile, right? Like, no, a person watching lollies in anime is not a pedophile, right? Racism is hateful discrimination off of people based on the color of their skin, their race, their heritage, right? Like hating an Asian person because they're Asian, that is racism. Hating a black person because they're simply black, that is racism. When Nick is trolling and making a comment about how he's also black and how this is setting us back, what could be hateful about that? I fail to see. I understand it's not his place to ever speak on behalf of black people, but again, this is just a slight racist joke. It's just a racial comment that people will call a racist joke. And to be honest, I love racist jokes. I do. I like racism as a form of comedy, but not as a form of like life. Like, again, there is a difference between fiction and reality, right? When you're making racial comments and you're entertaining, yeah, it's a little bit of banter as long as there's no double standards. We all laugh it off and have a fun time. And at the end of the day, if you don't actually believe in the things that you're saying and you are not hateful off of that specific race and color, for sure. Obviously, real racists are going to like racist jokes more than average people who are not racist, right? It's the same logic of like, or is it more likely that an actual pedophile would enjoy lolicon content versus a normal person, you know? Like, there's like a spectrum of likelihood. But again, I don't think this comment alone is enough to really conclude that. There were some other comments made about Nicholas Light apparently hating Indian people. I don't know where that came from. I think this could be bad faith actors trying to spread gossip and rumors without actual receipts. Until I see actual receipts, nothing can be conclusive. Can you stop doing this? This is something that is useless. You've made a mistake so simple, and you just need to admit it. Edgy, race joke, nice. Anyways, whenever you want to start making actual counter arguments or be somewhat productive to the conversation, we'll be here. That's the thing about Nicholas Light, though. He will never engage in an honest conversation because if he does, then he loses. Yes, we're trying to wonder if he's actually stupid or if he's pretending to be stupid, but I don't think he's stupid enough to realize, to not realize that when you get confronted with the whole timeline thing, his argument is very weak, and there is, again, industry experts, people that has worked in animation giving evidence, right? To give context. Nick, what does he do? Assume the absolute worst off of a context that he chooses to be ignorant about, which is so hilarious because he knew what was going on before. He just happened to 180 because, outrage engagement isn't happening anymore after the last 2 episodes. So obviously he had to escalate, right? He won't. He's not engaging in any of this in good faith. Therefore, people call him a grifter. You're a grifter because you're pretending to be retarded, I hope, off of talking points you know you can't win against. So you completely ignore any of that and keep saying, oh my God, you're glazing One Punch Man Season 3. Nobody is saying that One Punch Man Season 3 is good. Everybody is saying it's bad. But it's so easy to misinform and gaslight your young, impressionable audience and say, see? I think a lot of people are shocked that Nicholas Light gets this much support, but you need to realize, again, right? His diehard fans don't care about the truth. They love Nicholas Light. They're here to be entertained. They don't care about the context. They just simply want the chaos. Some of them truly wanted to crash out. Some of them don't care. But when real average people that don't care about this shit get exposed to this shit mainline, on the internet, on Twitter, they realize how distasteful it is. And that's why he's getting cooked online on Twitter off of other groups of echo chambers versus his own local community. And again, the more this shit escalates, once you get really mainstream, it's gonna get even more hostile, and his mental health is gonna get even fucking worse, right? Yes, I've been waiting for this for so many days and years to debunk this guy. Every time he crashes out on One Punch Man Season 3, he called out the animators, the voices, and the studio staff. Everybody, I'm getting tired of this bastard. Thank you for a good video. For your fuck you mean edgy race joke lol. I mean, I don't know if this is edgy, but it's a racial comment, I guess, right? We have to, if there were basically comments, here, degrading black people as a whole, setting us back is not the same as negative stereotype and this group of people are just bad. You know what I mean? There's nothing really hateful here going on. So I think people are going a little bit too sensitive by saying, oh my God, he's racist here. He has better things to do than argue with people who overthink everything rather than just give their honest opinions. And the best part about Nicholas Light is that there has never been a single Nicholas Light supporting comment that makes sense to me or I thought was insightful. It's always the most retarded logic. So this is a person defending Nicholas Light. Nicholas Light apparently has better things to do than argue with people. Do you not realize he's in Twitter every minute of the day, arguing with every single post that vaguely mentions him, and then gets in arguments with 16-year-old girls and then gets ratioed because he couldn't identify a fucking flag and then called her a flower as an insult? This is your god? This is the guy you root for? You don't even know the reality. You basically, you reduce all the context by saying it's overthinking, and then you say honest opinions. And this is what I'm saying. They're so stupid. Their comments are a reflection of the creator themselves. This comment is just factually wrong, ignorant, and retarded. Nick is not giving his honest opinions. And if he is, then I'm really worried, because then I'm actually thinking he has double-digit IQ. I hope that he's not, being honest. I hope that he's grifting, because at the very least, that means that you're at least as smart as I think you are, right? Like, it's crazy how they completely lie off of things that's measurably just visible. Everyone knows the truth. You, again, completely reduce the statement and the context, saying overthinking, and say Nick is the only one giving the honest opinion. And at that point, who's going to agree with this shit? Do you know why it's so easy for me to pop off right now farming this shit? Because I attempt to reach the honesty. Just say it for what it is. They lie and gaslight. I bring in receipts. La la la. I don't see it. It's like arguing with a child. That's why I say it's just a game. This is WWE. Nick is fucking playing the heel, and I'm gonna be farming every step of the way. Hate to admit it, but I'm this OnlyFans horse side with this one. I don't care to make any counter arguments. I know you do, because you don't have counter arguments. You have nothing. If you actually attempt to approach any of my fucking videos where I dissect every single sentence you spew out with hatred and misinformation, you know you sound stupid. That's why you're not in my comments. You can be totally right about everything you said. I don't care. He's literally la la la. Basically, I don't care anymore. You're all right. I still don't care. I've never talked down about another anime until One Punch Man Season 3. Is this true? Honestly, I haven't seen Nick, crash out this hard at an anime before. I think he's been at war with random schizos like Boruto and MHA, but I think he loves those animes, right? I don't think there is another anime that, not to this extent, right? I think this is that, but then that's the really interesting part, right? The really interesting part is like, this is like the turning point. Up until now, he's been not on his best behavior, but at least there was like a side of him that the average person could support. But doing this behavior now is very interesting, and I think that it's a very forceful play that is so unagreeable that it is backfiring at all fronts. A season that should be illegal, but somehow it has shows like you and other YouTubers standing up for it. Say my name, pussy. Straight up. Say my fucking name. Again, if everyone is against you, except your own fucking dick-sucking fucking glazers who are clout chasing, who don't have your best interest, who do you think is in the right? Why do you think so many people, industry experts, actual animators coming out against you, and you really think you're the one in the right? Oh, because of the crunch. Like, I need you to understand, how does it benefit us? How does it genuinely benefit us to die on a hill to protect One Punch Man, and when everyone is saying again that it's bad? Like, no one is standing up for One Punch Man. And again, another bad faith, dishonest argument. Master manipulator, gaslighter. No, I don't think he's a master manipulator, gaslighter. I think a master manipulator and gaslighter could have, again, winning points that you could rally off of, like Tectone. A lot of people seem to hate Tectone, right? And I said it here. Here's the difference between Tectone and Nicholas Light. This is also fucking funny. The average Nicholas Light retard coming in. You're seriously not making any sense. Name a single example, please. Everyone in this video is like, you are covering this in such a critical way. You are giving so much nuance and context that I wish other people could understand. And then you got a retard coming in. You don't make sense. Yeah, it probably doesn't make sense because you actually got dropped as a child. You're a genuine retard. I tell you, give me an example. Nothing. Nothing. Dumbasses. Where's the comment? Right here. I don't think Tectone knows the context of any of the One Punch Man stuff, though. If he did, then maybe he should have said nothing, whatever. Do you think Tectone has a brain? His upper floor is empty as his bowl surface. And listen, I get it that you fucking hate Tectone. I'm indifferent about Tectone. I'm indifferent about every creator. No matter how much you hate Tectone, he plays the game much better by rallying off of win conditions that the average person can support. Baldy wouldn't make this mistake. And that's why I respect Baldy more than Nicholas Light in terms of playing this game. Baldy understands how like politics and how like optics work way better. You may hate on him. He never fights a losing battle. He picks a win condition that is so undeniably just like supported by the average crowd that when he says it, other people are like, fuck, I hate him, but he's true. Nicholas Light is not doing that. He's actually forcing it, brute forcing it. So don't compare Tectone to Nicholas Light. That is disrespectful in the game that we all play. Tectone, at least B class in Classroom of the Elite. At least B class. I would honestly, Tectone, maybe A class. Is that crazy glaze? I don't know. But I feel like Nicholas Light is the equivalent of a discount Ryuin, but that's in D class right now. At his worst. Like, bro thinks he's him. He's making plays that doesn't make sense and expecting to get like public vindication when like you're losing it at all fronts. And again, maybe that's his plan though, right? Maybe he is actually planning to just play the heel off of all this. The more I think about it, I'm like, maybe he does want to just crash out on a hill that he will die on because this is the new brand of Nicholas Light that he wants to do. And if that's the case, hey, fuck it, man. More content for me. Let's keep balling out. Next up, keep it up with the excuses and the sympathy. It means as much as my reactions. Japan doesn't care what we think or say, so I'm not going to care either. Well, I think Japan does care to an extent because there's been a lot of announcements specifically highlighting Nicholas Light. You know what I mean? It's funny to me how he retracts and hides in his shell when his ego has basically reached levels that I could have never imagined, right? Like, Nicholas Light is not an average person. His words have, like, basically, it holds weight due to how sizable he is. And Japan, they have come out and they're vague tweeting. They're not going to specifically say Nicholas Light, but it's funny when it's his time to claim credit. He says, haha, look at me. They're targeting me. The animes are targeting me. And suddenly now it's just like, they don't care what we say. Okay. Everyone's to blame for this season, including the shills. No. You are dishonest. You're lying. You are wrapping everything together with zero context and zero nuance because only retards that watch you could ever support this shit. No, the average person can see how wrong this is. Everybody that is critical against you are also agreeing that One Punch Man sucks. You refuse to acknowledge that. You refuse to acknowledge the time crunch. You basically say, I don't care about the time crunch, all because this is the most important thing. See how he reduces down the statement? Any average person can think about an impossible scenario where no matter what talent given, not enough time will fuck up. You are being unreasonable. And not only that, here's the thing. If this was like the first time thing, if this was a first time incident, then I'd be like, all right, I don't know, guys. But pattern of behavior. Pattern of behavior. When you have one dot on the graph, what is it? Right? When you have one dot, give me a second, on the graph, all you have, right? Why are all women so? Why are all women so what? If you have one dot on the graph, it's nothing. It's nothing. But we have been, time after time, covering Nicholas Light, right? How many Nicholas Light videos have we farmed? I've lost count. I don't know how much money I've made off of him either. I've lost count. And these are just the ones. There's 45 videos spanning back to what? 2023, November. And these are just the ones with Nicholas Light's name in the title. There's probably other ones his name is not in the title. We've been watching this. We've been carefully assessing this. I think I have a better grip on this guy than anyone else. It creates a pattern of behavior, a line, right? When you have multiple dots in the graph, it creates a bigger picture. And maybe it forms a line that points to a pattern of behavior. Something that keeps repeating. It's just pattern recognition. Any monkey can see this, right? Also, any monkey can realize when something is unfair. You give one monkey 2 bananas, you give another one, the other monkey's gonna crash out. Any average person can see how unfair this shit is. You reduce that statement down, completely ignore all the nuance, and gaslight everyone else for the sake of attention when you don't even need the money. And that behavior is just outright pathetic. It's desperate. It's not who you really are, right? I think you're better than this. And as someone that claims to care about you, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care about Nicholas Light like that. Again, I'm gonna be very brutally honest with you. I'm not his friend. I don't care about him. I care about his crash outs and the content it delivers so I can entertain you. A true friend, I think, would go to the DMs and basically tell him to stop it, but I've been DMing him. You know what he says? I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna change. Nothing. I've given up. I tried. He has no intent. So you know what? I'm just gonna be Ryuk. I'm gonna be just giving the death note. I'm literally this guy. Yo, who is this guy? What's it called? Squid Game. season 2 recruiter. I'm this guy, bro. Basically, in a show called Squid Game, there's this character who goes out to a park of homeless people and gives them 2 options: food or gambling. And every time the homeless person chooses gambling, he's like, food, not gamba. And that's me. I'm like, Nick, you can better yourself or you can crash out. You know what? I hope you crash out. I hope you crash out. I want more content. I'm content thirsty. I want more money. I am clout chasing. Let's fucking ride the hype train. I love it, bro. I love being a reaction channel. The parasite of a parasite. Keep it up. All right, so let's see. Not sure why you calling me a shill. No one is blindly defending the quality of the season. Oh, because in Nicholas Light's head, basically everyone that is against him is saying One Punch Man season 3 is good, even though everyone is acknowledging it's bad. And he basically won't face that in an honest way because it makes him look bad. That's why he doesn't care about making counter arguments, because he knows he will lose any arguments. So like a child, it's better to just play an absolute and say, la 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 la, I don't care, this is the reality, la 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 la, you're all are bad, no, I'm the only one that's speaking the truth. What? You're clearly doing this because you don't seem to be capable of having a productive exchange, which makes sense because that requires being a man, something you have continuously shown to be incapable of doing, which is why you resort to name calling. I love name calling. But at the very least, explain why I'm a retard before calling me a retard. That is the base respect that I expect from you, okay? Like, you can call me anything. You can call me a racial slur. You can call me all these nasty things. But at the very least, I expect some logic and ideas of why I'm that type of person. Nicholas Light never does that. Never fucking does that, bro. And that's why this is called ad hominem. Ad hominem is basically a buzzword that is describing people who resort to insults when they can no longer attack the idea. They have no logical argument. They're getting cooked. La 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 la, you're all these things. And then that's it. One of the favorite things that they love saying is also virtue signaling, bro. Just like how the left will call the right misogynist, the fucking, what's it called? Transphobe, grifter, bigot, blah, blah, blah. The right also has some buzzwords. They love saying, virtue signaling, whoa, virtue signaling, social justice warrior. It's all the same shit. And it's up to you to figure out the bad faith actors in the both sides of the radical system. You don't have to be picking sides. You can tell for yourself what the truth is and paint your own path. That's what I'm trying to fucking show you. A different way to think. Don't be captured by identity politics. So once again, if you have nothing of value to say, I will let you continue to whine like a baby in the comment section, but this discussion is over. GOAT! These guys can call you or us anything they want, but I'll forever respect you for calling out this horseshit. What horseshit though? You know? What's the horseshit? Can you describe to me? Because in this comment itself, this guy literally says One Punch Man is bad. No one is saying that. Why are you saying this? This is the typical Nicholas Light glazer. They're retarded. They have no logic. All they do is just look, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. He's not calling out anything, just honestly being more dickish about the One Punch Man situation, barking at the wrong tree, literally, come on, use common sense. Gang, people have been talking about bad the adaptation is. The us you talk about are just doing what everyone else does but refuse to blend in. So you resort to making an ass of yourself. Thank you. Oh my fucking god. Someone fucking gets it. How are we shills when we ourselves say that the product is bad, Lumfao? That doesn't make even sense. You will never have Nicholas Light ever confront these ideas. He's gone. He says what he says. You're all fucking shills. I'm the only one that's truthful and honest. You're paid actors. But we're like, this shit's bad. But that's the thing. They don't have any intentions of engaging in good faith. They're just a bunch of fucking schizos. They're gonna die on this hill. Don't expect any logic out of them. Lamau, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be commenting on this video. What a baby. He cares the most. You have no idea, like, the type of a desperate attention whore Nicholas Light is. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized this. You know how basically Nicholas Light said he had no friends up until 25? Let me paint you a picture. Think about the type of person like that had no friends at the age of 25, no purpose, no nothing. And they also made a video about it too. I think that let's just as much as Nicholas loves doing bad faith, you know, acting, I want to do a little bit of that too. Who does this? Who makes a video documenting their life about how they have no friends and living with social anxiety. Do you really think this is a genuine video, considering the type of person he is? I think he's lying here too. Honestly, I think he's lying about the work that he was talking about in this video too. The more I think about the person he is, who's so easily just lying. Remember in this video how he talked about how he had to get up so fucking early to work? And talked about his dad too, about the work ethic put into him? And how like out of touch these streamers are? Yet then he goes on to just tell the animator to just quit and get a new job? I bet he's fucking lying about that shit too. I think this guy is so like desperate for attention. Again, he's at the top of his game. He's in a quote unquote happy marriage and has a house and doing really fine financially, but he still engages in this shit. But so again, it kind of shows like that's the type of person he is. He's willing to lie and make shit up for the clicks and engagement. Nothing is genuine. It's dishonest, just like his content. And let's just for a second assume this is true though. You know what I mean? Let's assume that like he truly had no friends. And there's two options, right? Maybe he's like a Junpei in Jujutsu Kaisen season 1, where this guy is like actually been bullied in such a cruel way and he was an innocent young boy. There's that option, but there's also an option of this is the type of person he's always been. So it makes sense that like no one will be around him. Right? But despite that, it doesn't even matter which option it was. The fact that someone would make a video explaining how they have no friends and they have social anxiety, and their attempt to basically garner for attention and affection and to be accepted, it makes a lot of sense actually. Everything he does, the more you think about it, it makes so much sense. It's not even like deep psychoanalysis. It's just a person who's had such a lonely upbringing that he's willing to lie and make shit up for the sake of engagement. And even when you reach such fame, a level that I could never imagine, you still do this shit for the love of the game. He cares the most. He cares so fucking hard about every one of this shit. Like, it's hard for me to believe that it's for the money. He's loaded. He constantly... And again, how about the OnlyFans money too? Or those lies too? The more I think about it, the more I realize, can we believe anything? I don't know. It's really hard when everything about him is so dishonest and disingenuous and wearing a mask and taking advantage of other people's good faith, engaging in bad faith arguments. The more I think about it, it's just like, it kind of all makes sense. He just does not give a fuck. In his mind, when you're against him, criticize him or whatever, he sees that as defending the product. Pretty simple mechanism. No, it's a pretty retarded mechanism. It's actually stupid to not able to understand such a simple concept. You're with him or against him. Absolutely. You work in absolutes. Anybody that works in absolutes, you are already flawed. It's funny because he doesn't want to counter your points like he said he doesn't care, yet he came here and made a racist joke. It wasn't a racist joke. Called everyone shills and left. Pretty for normal behavior for I don't care guy. Yeah, he doesn't care. He's so nonchalant. Nicholas Light, been a watcher of your content since before anime reactions with the Encanto movie, and I even got lost by your takes recently. It doesn't matter if they care or not, it doesn't matter how shit the anime is, which is the most reasonable people argue with this shit. It's more about the basic human respect and decency, yes, which is something Nicholas Light apparently doesn't have. He can't afford to give that to animators because his YouTube viewership and popularity and how people talk about him matters a lot more. Again, I don't care if you're faking reactions to entertain your audience and no one gets hurt. Like all this shit that he did in the past, listen. I could have been a dick 3 years ago saying, this guy's a fucking monkey screaming, entertaining children, no wonder he's big. But that's a really rude and a dishonest talk. I said it takes a special type of person to be able to perform like this and to actually engage an audience and do well. Not everyone can just scream and yell and do this well. I think he is talented in that regard. No one was getting hurt. Now it's changed. Now he's literally dragging real people, being the face of a harassment campaign and signal boosting retards and emboldening them to harass animators in a fucking, like, you are an anime reaction channel too, partly. And the animators are giving you this content. And like, the more you think about all this, do you not realize how fucking insane of a situation it is? No respect for anybody. So out of touch, willing to do everything and anything for not money but for attention. Nobody matters but is satisfying his own ego, which will also never be quenched. And this is the part I need you to understand. You don't have to do anything. You hate this guy? It's a ticking time bomb. You don't have to do anything because he is a prisoner of his own mind. He will never actually be happy or satisfied with himself. No matter how he says he's got all this money, he's got a wife and a house and all that, he still chooses to engage in the most deranged fucking toxic behavior, arguing with random people online. He hates his life, and his brain and his entire like makeup basically will never be satisfied. And it's a very fucked up cycle in a loop where he's so starved for attention due to whatever childhood he had. He has to go out and crash out. More people hate him, but it gives him more views and money. He gets bigger and bigger, and then he crashes, and then the cycle repeats. This cycle, it's like a forbidden technique. It's like a cursed pact. He's dancing with the devil, selling his soul. All of the financial stuff has already been set, yet it's never enough. And then he's going to create even more haters, more harassment's gonna come to him because he created this shit. And he will get bigger and bigger to a point where he does go mainstream. And that's the turning point, the true turning point. When he does indeed get big enough to actually pop off to the mainstream crowd, and then they see the shit that he's doing, the harassment will be even more insane. It'll be even more self-destructive. And at that point, Nicholas Light, like, dude, this is a monkey's paw situation. He is so desperate. He said it in this video, right? What was this video? He says how he wants to be a top streamer. He doesn't want to just be doing YouTube reactions. He doesn't want to just doing that. I think he has his eyes set on Hollywood. I want that he wants to actually go into acting and all that. And he's really close. If there was anybody too, by the way, 1 second. If there were anybody in this reaction space that truly could get into that mainstream audience, I think it is Nicholas Light. I think he's got it all. I think he has already, again, a big, loyal, sizable community. He is entertaining and charismatic. He's also willing to get involved in viral publicity stunts like this shit. He does have what it takes. And when you get there, oh man, bro, like it's gonna be crazy the level of drama that's gonna be happening. It's not gonna be Little League game. Because right now, this is Little League game. Like, I'm a fucking nobody. We're covering anime reaction drama. Like, do you understand how niche this is? This is a microcosm of a little pocket in social media. This is nothing. Once he crashes out inevitably, Asmongold, Moist Critical, other YouTube video essayists gonna be making videos about him like they make videos about Hassan. Is that really what you want though? There's a proper way to do this, but maybe he doesn't care because he has no morals or ethics. He's willing to do whatever it fucking takes. He doesn't care. Burn fucking everything for the sake of this one thing, and all you have to do is watch. You don't have to hate on him. You don't even have to acknowledge him because he will self-destruct. It's just a matter of time at this rate with this trajectory, man. I think we're talking about more of these comments. At the end of the day, I think Nicholas Light has pretty much, done his entire comments right. That's pretty much it. There's wait. There's one more. This is the other guy that was collabing. Buddy immediately waiting for the race jokes. Lol, try a little harder. At the real OG Daffy. No sense of humor. This is why I succeed while others fail. No one knows how to have fun or make fun of themselves. I don't know. You get pretty sensitive, bro. This is the thing about Nick too, right? Where he engages in all this shit, but suddenly he gets a little backlash. He gets really sensitive and takes it really personally, right? Like, if you get in the kitchen and it gets too hot, get the fuck out of the kitchen, right? This is all just for fun drama, so you have to keep up with the heat. As much as you're dishing out, you take that shit too. Which is why I'll continue to rage bait everyone and joke around. It's hilarious. That's it. I think that it's so funny to me when he always uses, I'm way more successful. I have way more money than you. I have way more views than you. That's it. And it is like so pathetic to use that to win an argument when you don't even have an argument at the ideas or the logic presented. No actual conversation, no logic. It's just a child flexing numbers because they got big farming children by screaming. Like, are you really proud of that shit? It makes him feel better about himself, right? But again, like the public, when they see this shit, they don't care. Your local community will care, but the greater public are making fun of you. You're getting dragged on Twitter. 16-year-old kids are literally making fun of you and you're getting cooked in there. And like, if you wanted this, then congratulations. There's another way to go around this. But again, thank you for playing the heel of this whole thing we're doing. I appreciate the content. I hope that you will take better care of yourself. But at this point, I don't think you really care. So I'll simply be the Ryuk to your light. And at this rate, I think it's just a matter of time until I write your name in the death note. But I don't think I ever will. I don't want you to be canceled. I don't want you to go away. I want you to stick around and rage bait and crash out in a humorous, entertaining way that doesn't get real people involved, so we can continue to make drama videos and I can leech off of you, because I am the most shameless, unapologetic fucking leech parasite. I will every day farm a video, just like every fucking day, sometimes 2 videos, bro. Like, no one is on my level of farming. You think you're farming? Maybe you have a little lot, you have a little backyard. I'm a fucking agriculture warlord. You are not at the same level as me as shameless farming. And my commentary, everything is one cut. No editing required. No script. You start fucking stammering and making shitty ass fucking roast about flowers. I can talk my heart out. Pure, authentic genuineness. And this comment right here, this comment is crazy. The glaze, obviously. I love this image so much. Itadori Yuji has never seen this level of dick eating before. He's doing tricks on it. A special grade. Where is it? Where's that one comment? Where's that one comment? I saw one comment. Oh, this is a crazy glaze, bro. Like, being entertaining with straight facts and authenticity is genuine skill very little possessed. Oh my god. Oh, paid actors. Bro is just, oh, thank you. Thank you. You like that shit? Oh, glaze me more, baby. I'ma make more fucking content out of this shit.